Hello everyone and welcome back. This is chapter 20 of the Somerset Saga for Artemis Sunborn. What I assume is going to be the last one as I am on quest 1300 or 1323. So I gotta be near the end. There's really not much more. I'm on Artemis right now. I believe finishing up what will be the Kajic order portion of the line. We're finally getting to the end of this, and we're just gonna kind of push through, and hopefully we'll finish up the whole thing today, and we'll have at it. Guys, feel free to jump onto our YouTube if you want the edited down version, so you don't have to stick through the very long versions of them. But if you want to stick through the long versions, they're on Twitch as well as Facebook, though Twitch they eventually vanish out. So we're gonna go ahead and get this bad boy started. Let me just make sure that all my stuff is good to go, and it does. It looks like it's good. All right, guys. So let's have at this.
Welcome to the Dreaming Cave. Here, we can open paths to other realms. This particular path is blocked by daedric magic. I have an idea, though. Take the Dawnstar gem from your pack and hold it up to the barrier. Just as I surmised, the barrier, it withdraws from the Dawnstar's power. Dawnbreaker's gem contains a portion of Meridia's power, but on its own it isn't strong enough to dispel this barrier. We need to find the Dawnbreaker's sword and make it whole once more.
But the sword and the Golden Knight were pulled into Nephalem's realm.
We know that at least one daedric prince has attempted to help us against the Triad of Vile, Mephala, and Nocturnal. I think it's time to approach Meridia and solicit her help in this endeavor.
How do we get in contact with a daedric prince?
We need to locate a true believer, one of Meridia's cultists. If anyone can direct us toward daedric activity on Somerset, it's Leythen. Talk to Leythen. See if you can convince him to help us find one of Meridia's priests.
Well, why can't we use the Dream Cave to contact her?
As we've seen, the Triad of daedric princes was able to interfere with the Golden Knight's efforts to reach us. If I attempt to use the Dreaming Cave to contact Meridia, chances are they'll notice and stop us. We can't risk tipping our hand just yet.
And that barrier blocks access to the portal anyways, right?
The barrier doesn't block every possible path, only the one that I saw in my scribed memory, the path that leads to where I hid the heart of transparent law. As Katora's magic continues to fade, I believe my memories will return in time.
What about the other sea slode? Can the Abyssal replace Katera's magic?
I don't think so. Each member of the Cabal possesses a unique talent. Katora dealt in mind magic. When you killed him, that magic was lost to the Cabal. No. Now we must concern ourselves with the Triad of daedric princes.
Alright, so where can we find Leythen?
Just as you were attuned so you could travel to and from Artemis, we use the same magic to prevent Leythen from leaving the island. He is free to wander where he will, but he can't leave. I believe he's outside, talking to Valcerin.
Do you really think Leythen will help us?
Leythen was a good man. I have to believe he still is, despite pledging his allegiance to Mephala and the Court of Bedlam. Besides, we need to contact Meridia. He's our best chance for getting in touch with one of her priests.
Alright, so remind me, what's the Triad of daedric princes again?
Clavicus Vile, Mephala, and Nocturnal joined forces to threaten Nirn. It appears their ultimate goal is to take control of the Crystal Tower for a reason we haven't yet determined. Leythen is part of the Court of Bedlam. They're mortal servants.
Okay.
I never planned to come back here. The memories are painful.
I still can't believe I had to find you and drag you back. Was our time together really so terrible?
You still don't understand. Our daughter will never again see this view, or hold my hand, or anything. I suppose it's too much for a prisoner to expect a few moments of solitude with his thoughts. Ah, well. So, what can I do for you? Has the Right Master sent you to interrogate me? Doesn't he trust my wife's talents in that regard?
Is there a Meridian cult on Somerset?
What a curious question. Do you actually believe that all daedric cultists know each other? I hate to disappoint you, we don't. Although I can tell you that there are a lot fewer of the Lady of Life's followers now than there were before.
What do you mean by that?
The Court of Bedlam has been actively eliminating the competition, as it were. Oh, I wasn't personally involved, but I have it on good authority that the Meridia shrine hidden to the north of Shimmerine has been disposed of.
The Court of Bedlam killed all of Madero's followers on Somerset?
All? Who can say? I imagine that one or two of them scurried down a dark hole before the blade fell. Like rats, her followers are. I believe I have said everything I'm going to on this subject. Now shove off.
I guess I could go search around to the north of Shimmerine.
That sounds like a... Razumdar has been investigating daedric activity across Somerset. He's your best chance for finding a follower of Meridia, despite what Leythen has intimated.
Do you know where Raz is?
When last we checked, the Eye of the Queen was in Shimmerine, conducting his own investigation into the Court of Bedlam and other daedric activity. If anyone in Somerset can point you to a priest of Meridia, it's Razumdar.
Okay.
If the Queen's Eye wants to chase his own tail by following skeever scribblings, fine by me. Anything to keep him out of our business.
That's a interesting blood mark you got there.
Step away from that scribble, newcomer.
Take a breath, bailiff. It's just a scribble, not one of Razumdar's conspiracies. It had to be one of the lesser races. No Altmer, even a newcomer, would deface a beautiful wall like that. Razumdar claims it's a message of some sort, but I just don't see it.
Do you know where I can find Raz?
The cat mentioned he was working with a newcomer. But if you ask me about Daedra, I'll toss you down a pit. As I told Razumdar, Somerset banished Daedric cults centuries ago. Our biggest problem right now concerns these
Holy shit.
wall scribblers.
Holy shit, that's a lot of money. Ugh.
Is this a bribe? You know what? Just give it here. The cat thinks the scribbles lead somewhere. Follow the nose. Those were his last words before he darted off. At least, I think that's what he said.
That was useless information, man. Thanks.
Raz doesn't care who you worship. He just wants to know if your cult was attacked recently.
Perriite would welcome you. Our prince accepts all kinds, and you'd be our first Kajic.
You'd be our first anything, actually.
Hi, Raz.
Five Claw, you have the happy ability to know where to find Raz when Raz has need of you. Getting information out of these Perriite idiots is like squeezing milk from a stone. This is why Raz hates dealing with daedric cults.
Hey, man. I get it. But, Raz, in your investigation into the cults, did you happen to find one devoted to Meridia?
Interesting question. Raz has learned that the Court of Bedlam has been attacking the cults of other princes, including those devoted to Meridia and Azura. Now, usually if crazy cultists kill each other, it's good for Somerset. But this feels wrong.
I need to talk to a priest to Meridia.
You do? Well, Raz trusts you. So I can tell you about an old friend who attends Meridia ceremonies in the Etonir Grotto. Raz doesn't approve, but it's her life, yes? This one will make contact and meet you outside Etonir.
Alright, I'll meet you there.
Raz was planning to head up north to Etonir after talking to these Periite imbeciles anyway, to check on his old friend. The Court of Bedlam's attacks on the other cults were particularly vicious, and this one worries so.
The Sidra captured Mephilius cultist. I'm sorry. He said the princes are at war, actually.
War? That would explain the attacks. Raz isn't an expert on daedric cults, but this doesn't sound like their usual behavior. This one thought they just sort of left each other alone.
The Court of Belgium might have wiped out Meridia's cult with its attack, though, and it'll cause big problems for us later, for sure.
That's a terrible thing to say. No, Raz refuses to believe it. Raz's friend is a survivor. She's got to be all right. This one will go and make contact. Make sure she's fine.
Hello?
Then we'll meet you outside.
Hey.
Hey,
What's up, bud?
nothing much.
How you doing?
Just tired.
Yeah, bud, I hear that, bud. I hear that. Before I go, have you learned anything about the Court of Belgium?
Raz hears things. He heard about the attacks on the rival cults. He heard that the court consists
No,
of
I have
followers
not.
of 3 different princes.
But
And he
Raz
heard that
has.
even though the High
But Raz
Elves
has.
constitute the majority of the court's members, there is one Dark Elf.
One Dark Elf? Is that significant?
A single Dark Elf among a group of High Elves? Seems significant to Raz. Besides, everyone seems to fear her, but this one could not dig up any details. We should keep an eye out for this Dark Elf, yes?
I agree with this, Raz. We'll definitely keep an eye out for this Dark Elf as well. So, bud, you went ahead and got Animal Crossing, bud?
Yeah, I went ahead and got it.
It's a good game. We've been enjoying it.
It's alright. I won't say it's a good game.
Alright, it's
a good
fun.
thing to pass time.
Yeah, it's a nice, casual, easy game. I mean, I don't like the real life aspect of it, like time. Like you have to actually have 24 hours go by. Let's see where I'm at here. But
I
other
figured
than
they
that,
were going to do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks though, because it makes progress slow, unless you're willing to cheat, which I do sometimes.
I don't.
I do, because it takes too long, man. It takes 20. Dude, you can only make so much progression in a single day. Like you're stuck. Like there's literally nothing you can do without buildings being built. So I do jump time forward like a day sometimes to get my homes built, and making up money can also take a little while too. But
See, I'm going to take it slow because I'm in no rush to play the game. Or in a rush to get anything done.
oh, bud, I feel like you're gonna get bored of the game if you do it that way.
I'm already bored with the game.
That I know. That's why you need to. That's why you need to.
I like
progress.
Stardew Valley more.
They're both good in their own way. They're kind of the same game in many senses. But Stardew doesn't require you to stick by the time, like real life time. But I also feel like Stardew's time goes too fast.
Yeah, its time does it go pretty fast.
It does. It goes really fast, which makes
Very much
which
time.
makes it a pain in the butt to really progression the
Over
way
here,
that you would like.
Five
Oh, here he is.
This
Hello,
is
Raz.
Raz's old friend,
You beat
Sadara.
me here already?
She follows Meridia, but do not hold that against her.
I won't. I just have a couple questions for her.
May Meridia's light shine upon you. Raz told me you need to contact my prince. With the recent attacks, however, I need to ask
I've been
you
playing
what your
Halo
interest
here
in
and there on the
Meridia
computer.
happens to be.
Halo? Yeah, I can't. I can't right now. Not that I have anything against Halo, but it's not the same, bud. Like, back in the day, we used to have, 15 people playing all at the same time. It was a lot of fun, but without having all those, it's not the same. It's not as much fun as
It's
it used
going
to
to
be.
take time to get those people together. We're just going to have to find a group of people who actually do want to play Halo.
Well, the biggest problem is that people don't own PCs like that, you know, or people don't own consoles like they used to, 'cause consoles are ridiculously expensive.
I don't think you really need a big computer to play Halo Reach.
You should, though, because you're still going to be doing the online thing, and you still need you need a computer that's going to be able to process that appropriately. You don't need a super computer, but you definitely need something half decent. You know,
Yeah.
you can't just buy
Something
a
like
$300 computer from, like, from Walmart. You have to go to Best Buy and buy a half decent, computer. We need Meridia to help to recover and repair the Dawnbreaker sword.
Meridia's Sword of Light. I'm not sure I understand. Even if I wanted to help,
I know my friend Joey
my
has it on the
efforts would
computer
probably
now.
be in vain.
Does he?
My prince doesn't speak to just any mortal. The leader of our sect
I
had
feel like you've been
Meridia's
avoiding
ear,
me
but
lately, so
he was caught in a recent
Why?
attack.
I just feel like it.
Please, we need to try and make contact.
Your need must be great to come ask for such a favor. The path to Meridia's shrine won't be easy to navigate, however. Nephalem and Nocturnal's followers massacred my brothers and sisters. They left vile daedra behind to defile our sanctum.
Well, tell me how to reach the shrine.
Enter the grotto and look for our camp. Meridia's shrine looms over the area. Raz will accompany me and will enter via a side tunnel. I don't want you to have to worry about me while you're defending yourself against those creatures.
Alright, I'll meet you at the shrine then. Wait. The way you're going doesn't have creatures? Is that what you're telling me? Because Raz isn't really much of a combat expert. So why don't I just go the same way you do? And this way I don't have to face creatures either. Always the way that it is.
Raz thinks this is a bad idea, Sadara.
I want to help Raz. Maybe this is the
We have
reason
spoken.
Meridia allowed me to escape when the rest of my sect was attacked.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. I guess. Alright, so into the Dove I go. So what are you playing right now, bud?
Nothing right now. I'm eating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have, what you call it on my computer right now. Red Dead.
I knew
I
I
had to
shouldn't
remove it.
have
It was
let
too
her
big.
go in. Idiot.
Yeah, I figured out what the issue is. Why it was kicking me out all the time. I had to pour forward the game.
Oh, did you?
The Thieves Guild sent
Which
you.
I kind of hate doing when I have to do that for games.
Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you. Darkness crawls along the walls of Etanir. Only thing you'll find here is an ugly death.
So it plays much better
That
now.
and the corpse of my former apprentice, most likely.
What happened to your former apprentice?
No idea. Aerothol asked to take the lead, and I obligingly took a nap. Didn't think it would be any trouble, even for a lackwit like her. Sneak past some cultists, grab the tokens, get out clean. Easy. But now, the place is swarming with daedra.
Do you think Ethel is dead?
Well, she's certainly missing, and I'm not risking my scaly hide going in to find her. You look scrappy enough. If you can grab those tokens and what's left of my apprentice, I'll make it worth your while. What do you say?
I can collect the tokens and look for your apprentice.
I suppose I could answer some questions.
To be honest with you,
Long
games
as
like
they're
Stardew
quick.
Valley and
I
Animal
don't
Crossing, I
suspect
can't play the games by
Aerothol
myself
will make
or
it
on my
out
own save
alive.
file. I have to
But there's no
play it.
use prolonging the news.
Well, I open my borders for people to come in, but I usually charge people to come in. But I can remove
didn't.
those restrictions. You don't
I
seem...
didn't know you could do that.
Yes, well, because people like you know how turnips, if you can buy turnips on Sundays, and then you have a week to sell them, but every day the price changes to the turnips. So if you get like turnips that are worth like $500 to sell, or 500 bells to sell, you can invite people to your island, and they can pay you to enter, and in this way they can sell their turnips for a higher rate. 500 a turnip is a lot, so you can actually put restrictions on your border, on who can come in and who can't, and what they can do when they come in as well. You don't seem very worried about your apprentice.
What? Are you the kind of sap who sheds a tear for every idiot lost on a job? Huh? If you were so worried, what are you standing around here for? Go in and find her. Maybe she's still alive. Most likely not.
I
But
thought
there's
you
still a
said
chance.
I thought you said she was your apprentice.
Not by choice. The guild shoved her in my lap and told me to start training. So far, all she's been good for is buzzing in my ear, like some kind of meerkat. Besides, I'm paying you to look for her, aren't I? Good enough.
Fine. What about the cultists here? What happened to them?
No idea. A cult of Meridia doesn't usually make a big splash, but here in Somerset, well, they don't look kindly on daedric cults, even the nice ones. Not surprised someone wanted them gone. Well, no matter to me, long as I get those tokens.
Why do the Thieves Guild want these tokens from Meridia anyways?
Not entirely sure, truth be told. All I know is they're worth something to someone. Why that is, well, it's not my job to ask questions, long as I get paid.
Alright, you're a typical thief. Okay. Well, one word, I guess. Alright. Huge ticks. Alright, I guess I can't get around you. Come here.
Movement. What guests have arrived? Should we kill them quickly? Or do we have time to play?
Okay. Take it. Okay. Anyways. Come here, guys. Yeah. Now I'll refresh. Ooh, yeah, eat it, bitch. The other thing you can do, bud, is you can advertise your. There's an Animal Crossing like chat. You can advertise prints that you made, or even what's this? You can advertise like things in your store, like costumes and stuff. And if you like, again, you know, if people want it, they'll come to your island just to go in and buy it. So you can kind of charge at the door.
This way. We're almost there.
Oh.
Raz is not fond of daedric
Well,
cultists.
I don't really know
No one
if I want to
deserves
get
to
too
die
deep
like
into the
this.
game like that.
The court of Bedlam are
I'm reorganizing my town right now.
Without warning. I will try my best to get your friend an audience with the lady.
How
of
does
light.
online exactly
The
work
shrine
anyway?
is just inside.
I open it up. Once you go to your airport, you can set the parameters in there.
What did those bastards
And if
do
it's
to you?
open, you can just visit. You go to your airport and you just visit.
Oh.
Look what they did to his body. They defiled Meridia Shrine.
That light, that is not natural, yes.
Meridia, she calls to us.
My devoted priest, a loyal soldier, and an intrepid instigator. Step closer and bask in Meridia's light.
Alright.
Why is this statue talking to Raz? Should it be doing such a thing?
It likes you, Roz. Oh, there we go.
My
I'll be right back.
followers murdered.
Okay.
My shrine desecrated. The other princes, this so-called Triad, they must answer for these insults. But I sense a question in your mind. Speak, mortal. Ask what you will of the Prince of Light.
Your Golden Knight was captured and his sword damaged. We seek your guidance on how to repair it.
They dare to steal my vessel? To hold prisoner the agent I put in place to foil their despicable plans? My light shall not be snuffed out. My colored runes will not be compromised. You must set Darien Gautier free.
Darien, that's the Golden Knight's name.
My vessel thinks of itself as Darien Gautier, a simple Breton warrior. But in reality, it is my will and my power. When a darkness enters your reality, I send Darien to banish it. You must enter Mephala's realm and rescue Darien, the Golden Knight.
What about the Dawnbreaker? Can you repair it?
Only my vessel can repair the Dawnbreaker. Use the Dawnstar gem to locate Darien within the spiral skein. Now return to the Right Master and tell him what I said. Wait. The Triad dares to invade my sacred realm? Such an affront cannot stand.
The Triad attacked your realm?
Meridia, my prince. She's gone.
Interesting.
I can't feel her presence any longer.
I feel like this is getting
Raz is certain that the nice statue will be fine. In the meantime, let this one take you someplace where you will be safe.
Raz.
Raz has seen many things. Were sharks, flying tigers, were sharks on top of flying tigers. But a talking light? Queen Irene will never believe it. How much trouble are we in, Five Claw? Be honest with old Raz.
A lot. The Daedrics are trying to... the Daedric Triad wants the Crystal Tower, and they're attacking the other princes.
Too much honesty is never a good thing. How do we battle Daedric princes? Raz supposes an army would help. An army always helps. Alas, Raz rarely has an army to call upon when he needs one the most.
The Right Master will think of something. We just have to find Darien and repair the Dawn Sword.
And that involves traveling to places Raz never knew existed before all this started. No. Raz will see Sadara to safety and then do what he can to protect Somerset and the Crystal Tower. The Daedra fighting, Raz will leave to you, yes?
Thanks, Raz. Thanks. Much appreciated, man. Always. Always a pleasure. Alright, so then out I go, I guess. But yeah, bud. Yeah. It's a fun game, but I'm very much enjoying it.
Alrighty.
As far as like online though, I mean, when you come, alright, so what ecosystem did you choose when you started your game?
Northern.
Alright, so I picked the Southern. This what, cause I knew everyone was gonna pick Northern, so this way there's things I have that you don't have that you may need. Like I have different native fruit, I have different flowers, stuff like that. So if you want that stuff, you have to come to my island to get it.
Okay.
I haven't planted all the fruits yet. I have all of them. No! I just haven't planted them all yet. Ooh. You tried to summon. Ooh, Sky Shard. Fantastic. Oh, you are a spider, half spider woman. Yep. You didn't stand a chance. Ooh.
Is someone out there? Help me out of this thing.
Alright, here we go. Come here, lady. Oh, ow. Alright. Oh. Don't have a chance against me, lady. Haha. Just destroy this web thingy. There we go.
Free. Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to Seeks.
Oh.
He must be worried sick.
And she vanished on me. Alright. Oh, you stupid salamander. Okay. Okay. Try to get out of here without drawing too much attention to myself. What is that? You are some kind of ghost. Yeah, you can't do enough damage to me. Destruction staff. Alright. Okay. You big old bugs. You look like ticks. There we go. Alright.
Como que você ganha isso?
Well, okay then. I don't know where you came from, but...
I see that Aerothel made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my pay if she wound up dead. More importantly, did you find the tokens of Meridia in there?
Yes, yes, here are the tokens.
Good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly, this is one of the smoother operations I've been a part of. Sad as that is. Maybe one day we'll do another job together. Not likely, but maybe.
Alright, thanks, bud.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
The itching's probably just a symptom of the venom. Next, your flesh will start to rot off. Seen it happen 1,000,000 times.
Seeks, you're hilarious! I just can't get enough of your jokes. My skin's going to rot off. Oh, what will you come up with next?
Tell you, I think the lizard people, they look really cool in this game.
Mas se vem padronizado, então tá de boa.
Fuck.
Oh, bud. What are you doing, bud?
I don't know. My phone decided to make a whole bunch of noise.
I heard.
Mas tá dando pra usar no level 65? Ah, tá.
So, bud, we're gonna have to find a way to chat while we play, Animal Crossing together, bud.
Não acredito que eu vivi pra ver o Terra do
Discord?
Yeah, I try not to use it on my phone. But,
oh.
I think there's a chat network on the, on the Nintendo app for the game. But whatever.
They do, but...
I don't know how well it works. I know Babs was using it to meet some people in order to get things she needed for her town. But you're gonna find, if you're not doing, the time jumps, you're gonna find, I'm gonna have a lot of things you don't have, so that's gonna be helpful for you. Like, really helpful for you.
Okay.
Did you get your town story built yet? Or are the two little guys still in with nukes?
They're still at nukes.
Okay. Once
I'm
you
still
build,
very starting.
yeah. Well, once you build your first 3 homes for people to come and move in with you, a lot of things are they'll upgrade a lot of things. Make sure you give where am I going? Oh, the dream cave. All right. Make sure you give nukes a bunch of like critters. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm already working on that.
I mean, that's easy. It's easy
I see signs of
to
court's
get the
work
fish.
throughout
Like between the
Somerset,
fish, the
but nothing
bugs,
of the
and
court itself.
the other stuff, it's pretty easy.
Has
Did you
fewer
need?
members than we imagined.
This is going to take a lot of time. I'm no big rush to do anything.
Yeah, but do you need equipment? Like, do you need shovels, axes, anything like that?
I'm trying to figure out how to craft those. I have an
return, but without the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, you'll be able to you'll get more receipts as you progress with the natural building and stuff. Like I think you get the shovel. I think you get the shovel and all once you give him enough critters, and the owl comes to your island. That's when you get all that stuff. All right, the court attacked the cults of Azura and Meridia, but I was able to speak with Meridia.
The court of Bedlam is eliminating the cults of the other princes? To what end?
Do I not have
you said
any
you were able to make
cobblestone?
contact with Meridia. Then why didn't she give you a restored Dawnbreaker?
How did I not have
We can
any
use the
cobblestone?
Dawnstar gem to find the Golden Knight. He can restore the Dawnbreaker.
I suspected that might be the case. I'll send Valsarun with you into Mafala's realm to rescue the Golden Knight.
How's Dale doing?
He's doing all right. Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. I was just wondering.
Oh yeah, he's doing good. He went back to work today,
Oh.
which is good because he needs the money because he was running out. Because he likes to spend his money on stupid shit like PlayStation games and stuff. I gave him in the last of his 20 so he could get food and stuff for the week, and the first thing he was done is he spent $10 of it on a PlayStation item.
No.
So now he has $10 for the rest of the week to, use for food. I was like, Bud. Meridia said her realm was being invaded. I think the Triad of Princes attacked Meridia.
A disturbing development, to be sure. But we'll have to hope Meridia can protect herself. I'll open a portal to Mafala's spiral skein when you're ready. Then you can use the gem to find the Golden Knight.
Oh, I'm ready, man. Let's do this.
Mafala's realm can be daunting, but I'll be with you the entire time.
I don't really
Remember
need you
to
with
stay
me,
focused
but
on your destination at all times. Otherwise, you could get lost in myriad pathways of the Dreaming Cave. And whatever you do, don't lose that gem.
Don't worry, I won't.
Is there any way he could view his account on his phone, or
what?
Does he have any apps to help him view his account on his phone or anything like that?
What do you mean?
I don't know, like something to see how much he has in his account.
Last time I gave him access to see how much he has, our accounts all got hacked. So I'm not giving him that information again. I'm not saying it was him, but the coincidence of timing of when our accounts got hacked and the time that I gave him the account information was too coincidental. So
Okay.
I'm not providing him with the account info, but he always knows what's in the account, and he has the handbook. Like I gave him the paper one that he can keep track of. So like, he writes his total, and every time he buys something, he writes it in there so he can keep track of it, but he doesn't use it. So usually what happens is he'll text me and be like, how much money do I have left in my account?
Are you there? I think we were separated.
Okay.
Like, I would love him to be able to financially control his own funds. I really would like him to be able to do that, but he's too careless with his money right now. He is gonna buy the Switch though, because Babs is gonna sell him her mini. Because she needs a docking tower, because she wants to stream her Switch games, and you can't stream the Switch games on the mini.
There you are.
So she asked him if he wanted it, and he said yes. He can't buy it yet, but once and all the Switches are sold out, and they're only being sold on eBay for like $900. So,
what?
Yeah, people bought them all, and they're selling them for like $900 online.
What the fuck?
And the weapon. Yep.
I'm glad I got mine before shit hit the fan.
Yep. So, we can't sell it to them yet, but eventually. Well, once things, I'll tell you, the people that definitely made out on this quarantine, definitely the game designers and stuff. I mean, like the systems.
Ow.
Alright.
You heard me, right?
What?
I said how.
Because everyone's buying the games. Everyone's buying systems because they have nothing else to do. That's why they're all sold out.
Okay.
So since the systems are sold out, that, you know, obviously that means that people are buying systems because they have nothing better to do. And the Switch would of course be the first one to sell out because it's the cheapest one.
Use the Dawn Star gem. Maybe it will reveal a path we're not seeing.
Oh, I hear you, lady.
Hopefully I'll be working at a different place soon.
Well, he makes good money where he works, which is a good thing. The only problem is he spends his money kind of recklessly, and he gets paid weekly, which is even better.
Yeah, I'm hunting for a new job because, well, I don't like the uncertainty of the hours I have.
Right.
Because it's to be determined. It's not like, you know, you're here for this many hours.
It's like you're on call.
No, not exactly. I clock in at a certain time. I don't know when I'm getting off, so I don't know how many hours I'm getting.
Why don't you know what time you're getting off?
Because it's a warehouse shop, and I wait when the papers are done working.
Oh.
So I could be there total of 4 hours, 3 hours, or I could be there for 8.
That sucks.
So I can't, when I want to plan something, I can't really plan anything. If I wanted to go apartment hunting, they're asking for information like, how many hours you work a day? I can't answer it because it's too random. So
well, you're in an apartment now, right? Like you moved in with one of your buds?
Not apartment's house. I moved in with one of my friends. Yeah.
That's cool, bud. I mean, at least you know, at least you have your own. Well, at least you're out of where you were. You know.
Yeah, the Susie place was pretty hard to deal with. Because Susie place I couldn't do very much. She's nice, but I just no.
But it's Susie. I'm fully aware of how it is living at Susie's.
Are you?
Yeah, bud.
Who told you, Billy? Or have you done it yourself?
Bud. I just, you can tell just from knowing Susie, bud. I like Susie. But she's still on the stricter side of things. I haven't seen any of them in so long.
Yeah, they ask about people.
Do they?
They ask about you guys, yeah.
Man, I'm just running through this. There is just too much going on here.
Susie wants Billy to call her sometimes here and there.
Why?
I don't know. I guess just to talk.
Oh man. There we go. That was quite a rough battle there. Kind of pulled everything along with me. Dawn Star. And then where'd I go? Ugh.
Oh god.
There we go. Bless you, bud.
That's all over the place.
There we go. Whew. Aggressive. Tell me that's my woman all wrapped up in spider silk. There we go.
Thank the stars.
You are a
I'm
Daedric
breathing
Order
again.
member. Why would you even come if all you're gonna do is cause me problems?
I couldn't breathe. As usual, you found me just in the nick of time. The beast that captured me, I've never seen anything like it.
What are you talking about? And are you alright?
A little lightheaded, but I'll be fine. Now that we're together, we can focus on finding the Golden Knight. And if that beast shows its mandibles again, I'll be ready.
What kind of beast attacked you?
Something with the body of a giant spider. And, well, I'm not sure how to describe it. But it was a creature right out of my nightmares. Just what you'd expect in the realm of a Daedric prince. No matter. Let's go find the Golden Knight.
Okay, so let's go find the Golden Knight indeed. You know, you are a Daedric Order mage. Like, you're supposed to be like top par, and you just always get yourself in trouble. And then I have to come in and rescue you. I mean, I know I'm all like fucking fantastic and amazing and powerful, but you need to get your shit straight, woman.
It's the path revealed by the Dawnstar gem. What I wouldn't give to be able to use portal magic in here.
Come on. What are you doing? Okay.
That wasn't a pleasant experience.
You're gonna have nightmares for the rest of your life, lady. Of the time that you were almost eaten by a giant spider monster. Ooh, I didn't see you. You blended in quite well. What do you think you're gonna do, Got nothing on me. There we go. Okay. Onward. Don't want to keep fighting all these
That
things.
light in the distance. It's brighter. Out of place in this
Yeah,
dismal
you're going to
city.
have to.
That must be the Golden Knight.
There we go. Suffer and die to my fiery blaze. I don't know what light she's talking about. I don't see no blinding, like, out of place light. There we go. Baby, I got you sourdough. I got you sourdough bread. And I also got you your multi-grain bread. So this way you, you know, something to make your sandwiches with. You're not using the white bread. Yeah. I would have got more white bread, but I'm only allowed to buy one. So I was like, alright, well,
Wait.
I might as well get the good bread then.
At Walmart or
No, ShopRite. All the cheaper products, they limit you to one because people would just buy them out.
fucking hoarders.
People would just being stupid. Alright, so he's dead.
They're still fucking stupid.
Oh, I agree. But, I'm an EMT, bud. All I deal with are stupidity. All day, every day.
Don't worry, I hopefully be working a government job.
Yesterday, I had to. I was in the truck for 6, almost 7 hours with a COVID-19 patient.
Oh, that sounds
Taking them,
lovely.
yeah, taking them from one nursing home to a different one because they tested positive.
I am filling out, or I got an interview, or a phone interview with PCBR, so hopefully I would get that.
Well, good luck with that, bud. I hope you get it.
It's coming up Wednesday. Since they don't do it in person because of the corona.
Yeah, because of Corona. COVID-19, bud. Stop calling it Corona. COVID-19.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
To me, it doesn't matter.
Do you know why it matters? Because
Why?
people literally stopped drinking Corona beer because they thought it gave you Corona. People were drinking bleach because someone told them, because they read a meme that said bleach cures it. We had to make a public statement. Stop drinking bleach. You think it's funny, man? I mean, it is funny, but it's not because people are desperate for this kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, I know.
They have no idea.
Fuck. I do think it's funny. I know it's fucked up, but
COVID-19, that's the name of it. COVID-19, or just COVID, or the Rona. You can call it the Rona too. Rona's exceptional.
Nothing now.
Alright, I need more mana.
I feel like such an evil person.
There we go. Oh, I got a champion point. Dude, what are you doing? Come on.
I tried to warn them.
I'm currently trying to build air.
Who tried to warn them? Oh, you. Hello, Mr. Dawnstar. Darren.
Took you long enough. I expected this rescue hours ago.
Sorry.
Your gratitude has a hollow ring, Knight.
Oh, I can be very grateful, my lady.
Maybe we should just leave him. I'm sure the right master would understand.
No. No.
Well, this is awkward. You're probably wondering how your old friend Darien became Meridia's champion and got stuck in all this sticky webbing. You know, it's a funny story, really. Probably better if I wait to tell it until after we escape from this realm.
You're the Gold Knight? The same one that's been trying to contact us?
Guilty as charged. Meridia sent me to offer my assistance, but those other princes, they kept interfering. And then I was dragged into this pit of spider harlots. Look, we can catch up on things later. Right now, we need to get out of here.
You're right. Let's get out of here.
There's one small problem. We can't just walk through a door to get back to Tamriel. Believe me, I tried. How did you find me, by the way? Mephala specifically said she was putting me someplace where no one would ever think to look.
I retrieved the Dawnstar gem when you dropped it. It led me right to you.
Oh, right, the gem. That makes sense. I perfectly understand. You need Meridia's champion, so here I am. And with the gem, I can repair Dawnbreaker. Just so you know, I feel awful. I am in no condition to fight at the moment.
Stay close. I'll get you out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Pretty talented
Meet me
myself,
outside.
sir. Man, I really like your armor, dude. I kind of want this set. You know what I could go for, though? I could go for, like, 2 grilled cheeses with some tomato soup.
Okay.
That's what I could go for.
I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time,
I
and
was
will
just
more than likely draw
eating
Mephal's daedra. You need to hold them off until I can find a way back home.
Of course I need to hold them off. Alright, I'll keep the daedra busy until you complete the ritual.
I won't be able to assist you while I'm casting.
Of course you
And the
can't.
Golden Knight doesn't appear to be in any condition to fight.
No, he's
I'm
not.
afraid you're on your own, my friend.
I guess I am. As usual.
Let my
Thanks.
voice penetrate the barriers between here and the Dreaming Cave.
Good thing I got fire stuff, right, huh?
Your team at its best, right?
Oh, such a pain in the ass.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to turn something off.
Come on.
Keep them back a few moments longer.
Alright, I know. Relax, I got this. Come on, guys. Bring it on over. I am the almighty Artemis, Starborn. Regen the Madge. Regen the Madge.
I can sense the portal opening. Just by the stars. That spider thing.
Oh, it's one of you. I fought one of you before. You daedric piece of shit. What? What are you gonna do, huh? Can't take me on. A little baby. Oh my god, I did die. See, that's what I get for not paying attention. I should probably not stay in the red. Okay, let me, oh, do I have to restart the whole thing? Okay.
I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time, and will more than likely draw Mephal's daedra. You need to hold them off until I can find. I won't be.
Yes. Go ahead, hurry up.
I can sense the portal opening. Just by the stars.
Why is not Optifine had not released a thing
great,
for Minecraft?
Play Minecraft, bud.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a Optifine mod. I think it's all outdated. We're 1.5.2.
Oh yeah?
The highest it goes to 1.14.4. Do you know what Optifine is?
The what?
Optifine.
No.
No? It allows you to add shaders.
Oh.
So the sun actually works like a sun.
Got it.
And it changes the water to make it look like water.
The portal has opened.
Oh, portal has opened. Alright, let's go in.
Valcerin, take the knight to the healers. We'll deal with the sword later. In the meantime, I need to speak with our friend.
Alright.
You and Valcerin entered Mephal's realm and rescued Meridia's Golden Knight. I couldn't ask for more, my friend. I assume Darian believes he can repair the Dawnbreaker.
Darian said he could repair the Dawnbreaker sword, yes.
I hope that would be the case. The Golden Knight will need to recover some of his strength first, though. Who knows what tortures Mephala and her creatures inflicted upon him? That's not a fate I'd wish on my worst enemy.
What did the 3 Daedric princes hope to accomplish?
Who can say what drives such beings as these? To work with the Sea Slode, to pit their followers against the cultists of other princes, to launch attacks into rival Oblivion realms. Such actions boggle the mind.
How long before we can attempt the breach barrier?
Knight Darian needs to recover his strength first and restore the Dawnbreaker. Then we can attempt to unblock the path and see where I took the heart of transparent law. For now, take this with my thanks.
Okay.
While the Golden Knight recovers, we must make preparations for breaching the Deadric Barrier. Since I can't remember where that particular pathway goes, we'll have to be ready for any contingency. I also need to tell you about another memory.
You
So how do
remember
you
something
feel-
else? What, bud?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
How do you feel about what they were doing with the villagers?
What do you mean?
They're overhauling the trading.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's really cool. I think it's something long overdue. They've spent so much time adding, like, new materials into the game that they never worked on the older stuff. Like, stuff that was in the game that was ripe for the picking. Things like the leveling system, they never done anything with it, you know? The villagers, the rehaul of the villager thing is awesome. It'll add a little more customability to the game, and add a little more realism to them, because other than that, the villagers had no use in the earlier stuff. None. They were just there.
Yeah, I know.
You know, so it gives them something nice. You know, so I like the changes that they're doing. You remember something else?
My memories return slowly, a little at a time. While you searched for the night, a memory came back to me. A woman's voice, barely a whisper. Beautiful, but speaking in a language I
like
can't
Java
understand.
still a lot more than
Repeating
Bedrock.
the same words over and over.
What do you think the memory means?
I suspect that the language is
I can't
ancient.
handle Bedrock due to the
May
fact of
actually predate the languages of Tamriel.
just how they have it set up.
I feel that the memory
Yeah,
is
but
connected
I
to
agree.
the barrier in the Dreaming Cave.
I
Java
almost
is
never
the
used
heart.
Bedrock.
My friend, we need
Java
to
is just
discover
much
the
better to
meaning of these
play.
words.
I mean, easier to. I don't think there is even a mod for Bedrock version.
Oh, I don't know. That I'm not sure. I'll help you in any way that I can.
I hoped you'd say that. I sent Oriandra to my study to review my memory and see if she could translate the ancient words. I even suggested a scholar she could contact, an expert in ancient languages and obscure dialects. Go, check on her progress.
You have no idea what language the voice was speaking in?
No. I just feel that the words contain the key to where I hid the heart of transparent law. I do know the language is not native to Tamriel, or to anywhere on Nirn for that matter. It feels ancient, alien. I hope the expert recognizes it.
Who is this expert?
Forte, the Grand Maestro of the House of Reveries. We've shared research in the past, and he thinks the language could be related to tablets he once studied in Ebon Stadmont. Now go and see if Oriandra has made any progress by reviewing my memory.
Okay, you got it, sir.
Derived from Iliad, though I see a possible correlation to daedric linguistic patterns. Who? Oh.
It's fun. Such a great area, bud.
Concentration? I suppose the right master
You want to
sent
hear
to see
about
how
it?
My research was coming along.
Hold on one
I
sec,
listened to
bud.
his memory over and over, and I examined every relevant tome I could find.
Have you been able to identify the unknown language?
Not yet. The master of the House of Reveries sent me his work. It relates to a similar language seen in the ruins of Ebon Stadmont, but I only understand a little of it. I wish Leythen was still one of us. He was our language expert.
Leythen's an expert in ancient language?
Ancient languages and battle magic, to name just a few. Leythen betrayed us, and I don't trust him, but I've reached a dead end. We need help, and he's the best option I can think of. Take the notes and show them to Leythen. What do we have to lose?
I'll take the notes to Leythen.
I'll let the right master know what I proposed. He may not like it, but he's always telling us to utilize every available resource. I think this qualifies. You'll find Leythen in Valserin's study. See if you can convince him to translate the words.
Do you really think Leythen will help us, though?
I have no idea, but it's worth a try. I know Leythen and the Right Master were friends. I don't believe Leythen would purposely try to harm Ikisis. On the other hand, if Leythen thinks that helping us will help his cause, he'll jump at the chance.
Why do you think Leythen joined forces with Nephalia?
I suppose it had something to do with his daughter. Eldaway was a beautiful girl, smart, sweet, and full of energy. She brightened the entire island. When she fell ill, Leythen and Valcerin grew apart. It was how they dealt with the tragedy.
And the Kajic Order couldn't help her?
Don't you think we tried? The Right Master, Valcerin, the entire Conclave. But nothing helped. She grew weaker and weaker, and then she was gone. Val threw herself into her work after that. Leythen just grew more distant.
Shouldn't Valcerin ask Leythen for a favor?
Only if you want to guarantee that Leythen refuses to help us. Haven't you seen them since they were reunited? Val wants to kill him, and Leythen hates her with a passion. They used to be so in love. Now it breaks my heart to see them like this.
Okay, alright.
You weren't this attentive
middle
when our
nowheres.
daughter actually needed you?
Leythen, I need
With
to
no
go
boat.
check on the night anyway.
Val, wait. Damn it.
Leythen, you're really doing it, man.
By the spinner's holy webs. When did I become an insufferable arse? Valcerin didn't deserve that. Eldaway was her daughter, too. Why am I talking to you about this? I know it isn't because I like you. Because I really don't.
Leythen, you need to just calm yourself, man. You're filled with hatred. And you're letting it consume you. But I'm not here for that. I'm not a counselor, alright? I understand you're good with languages.
Is this some new attempt at interrogation? If so, I'm not familiar with the technique. Very well, I'll play along. Yes, I am a master linguist, specializing in ancient and obscure languages. Why do you ask?
The Right Master heard these words, but we can't translate them. They may point towards the Crystal Tower.
Intriguing. I've never seen this dialect before. I can translate it, but I need more to work with. I need to examine the original tablets found at Ebon Stadmont. That will never happen, of course. You do remember I'm a prisoner here, don't you?
I can go to Ebony Stagment. What do you need to complete the translation?
According to those notes, the writing is carved into a massive stone. I doubt you'd be able to carry it back here. All right. You've piqued my interest. Use this rune when you reach Ebon Stadmont, and I'll be able to see what you see.
What does the rune give, what does the rune you give me do exactly?
Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. Just enter the forest, find the obscure language, and use the rune so I can see what you see. It won't do anything beyond that, I assure you.
What can I expect to find in Ebony Stagmont?
According to the scribblings of this Grand Maestro Forte, Spinner's Web, that's a pompous title, the forest is a maze filled with all kinds of beasts and daedra. As to the reason why, who can say? Sometimes a cursed wood is just a cursed wood.
What's going on between you and Val now?
I don't see how that's relevant to our interactions. Not in the least. Still, my words were spiteful, meant to hurt her. There was no need for me to open old wounds. But why does this concern you? I'm your enemy. Are you too dense to see that?
What happened to you and Val was horrible. I'm just trying to help. I know you're an enemy. Yeah.
You and Ikisis, always sticking your noses into places they don't belong. I suppose I can appreciate that. But kindness won't help you in the coming war. Very well. I'll tell you this. Val loved our daughter, and our daughter loved Val.
So why do you hate each other?
Hate? I'm not sure what emotions I feel right now. But when my daughter was dying, when she was crying for her mother's comfort, Val wasn't there. She was buried in her work, too busy or too frightened to spend those final moments with Eldaway.
What does the rune you give me do exactly?
Nothing nefarious.
Oh, we already
According
saw
to
this.
I don't see how that's interesting. Honesty and a shrewd tactic. I can appreciate that. Still, my best.
I don't care about that. So, use it up.
The rune is working perfectly. It's almost as if I'm standing right next to you. I can feel the powerful magic that permeates this place. I sense a daedric influence, but something that's far older than my Prince Methala.
What should I be looking for?
The Maestro's notes said the ancient words were etched into a massive stone. I expect you'll need to travel deeper into the forest to find the exact location. I can't translate the words the right master heard until you find that stone.
How do I find this massive stone covered in the ancient writing?
I'm not your tour guide. Just pick a direction and start walking. Wait a moment. The Maestro's notes. There was a passage that might help. Something about crows. Maybe that will be enough to guide you.
I'll find the stone then.
Refer to the book and use the rune again when you locate the ancient writing.
Yes, yes.
Greetings, traveller. Say, have you met with another elf around here? Heavy armor, sour disposition. I hired her as an escort for my expedition, and unfortunately I cannot start without her.
I ran into a mercenary on my way here. She says she quits.
Hardly a surprise, given her demeanor last we spoke. Still, it's hard to get someone to agree to escort you into Ebon Stadmont. From what I heard, the forest appears to shift as you move through it. Makes it a bit tricky to navigate.
Why do you need to travel through the forest?
Well, I found research of an ancient temple, somewhere in this very forest. I've come to study what secrets it may have, but I don't think it wise to go it alone. Say, would you be willing to escort me? I must say, I do pay well.
Sure, I'll help. I'm going anyways.
Thank you for accepting my offer. I'm quite excited to be heading my own expedition. Usually I work under Tellinger, the artificer, but sometimes he's a bit much. It's nice to finally be able to break free from being his assistant.
Alright, have you quit being Tellinger's assistant then?
Oh no, of course not. The Mages Guild still requires me to accompany him on his expeditions. I've just taken a short sabbatical is all. As soon as I finish my research here, I'm sure I'll be off on more hair-raising adventures.
It seems as though you're not happy as Tingler's assistant.
Well, being Tellinger's assistant is informative in many ways, but I think now's the time to prove to the Mages Guild, and to myself, that I can strike out on my own. Ebon Stadmont just happened to catch my interest.
What's so interesting about Ebon Stadmont?
The ruins within Ebon Stadmont are ancient, perhaps even built in the Merific era. They contain inscriptions of a mysterious language, which only a few have begun to translate. I believe these inscriptions can help lead us to the inner temple.
Can you tell me about the language?
It's old, even for a High Elf's perspective. I found translations of only a few phrases, and even those are sparse. An interesting topic for a linguist, perhaps, but for me it's only the means to an end. The temple is all I wish to investigate.
How will the inscriptions help us find the temple?
As I said before, this forest is tricky to navigate. The pathways twist and shift as you walk through it. That's why the temple hasn't been explored previously. Following these inscriptions should lead us to the temple.
Can you tell me more about this temple?
Not much. Even though one can see the temple through the trees, the forest has made all research near impossible. It most likely was a place of worship, now abandoned. For some reason, the worshippers wished for the temple to remain inaccessible.
Inaccessible? How so?
The nature of this forest doesn't allow travelers to simply walk to the temple we seek. Someone must have used magic to accomplish this, in order to keep outsiders from entering. Luckily, the inscriptions here should guide us.
So, have you quit being Okay.
Oh no, of course not. Well, being a rather enthusiastic and oftentimes impulsive.
Alright, either way, I don't care about that. So we are good to go. Alright, and here we go.
We're looking for inscriptions. Alert me once you see any gibberish carved into stone.
Okay, okay. I'm here for my own too, you know. Ah.
Yes, this is exactly what we're looking for. Why, it's almost as if I can hear the words. Sel Ra Ang Yond. Eastern Temple? Daedra? I don't have time for distractions. Could you hold him off while I finish translating?
Yeah, it's done. Relax. Come on.
To the side!
Oh, hello, big goo. Charge my mana. That's right. You did. You don't have enough to take me on, man. You're just big bulk. That's all. You're a big old bulky motherfucker. Tanky. But no real pizzazz.
The inscription
no real
indicates that the temple is further up.
damage.
Quick, follow me.
Okay.
Have you found the inscription?
Sure.
Not yet, but the inscription is nearby. I sense something else, though. Nocturnal's presence. Ancient inscription. You found it.
What happened?
Something isn't right. I feel our connection breaking up. It's Nocturnal's Earl.
Now that Leythen's gone, we can talk freely. These words of power, they aren't meant for mortal eyes. As an Earl in the court of Bedlam, believe me when I say that Leythen isn't being totally honest with you.
Oh, what a surprise. As an Earl in the court of Balaam, why should I believe a word you
I
say?
wish to maintain the balance of power among the Daedric Triad. If Leythen translates this language and passes the secret on to his mistress, Mephala, she'll gain an advantage that could threaten my prince, Nocturnal.
It sounds like the triad of Daedric princes isn't as united as we thought.
Speculate all you want. I'm here to present you with a gift. Nocturnal wants me to provide you with the meaning of the ancient words. It's in all our best interests for the Right Master to remember where he hid the heart of transparent law.
So what do you, so what does the words mean
The
then?
phrase the Right Master remembers. The one that repeats itself over and over. It's a spell to retrieve something hidden. When the time is right, he just needs to repeat the phrase and the heart's hiding place will be revealed.
Why does Nocturnal retrieve the heart herself?
My mistress doesn't explain herself to me, and she certainly won't explain herself to you. I assume, though, since the heart was hidden by the Right Master, then only the Right Master can retrieve it.
You know exactly when and where to contact me. How?
Artemis is only as isolated as it allows itself to be. First, the Abyssal Pearl allowed the Sea Slode and Nephalem to invade the Kajic island. Then you took Leythen, an earl in the court of Bedlam, prisoner. We know your moves before you make them.
What does the Triad of the Princes hope to achieve?
Our princes plan to do away with the laws imposed by other powers. They want to remake Nirn, reshape it to better suit their every inclination. Of course, to do this, all obstacles must be cast aside, including the other daedric princes.
And what does the Court of Belgium get out of all this?
The court isn't evil. We wouldn't be a part of something that didn't add to the greater good. When our princes are done, war and sickness will be eradicated. There will be true peace and godhood for the court, as befits beings of our stature.
And how do you get involved in
I
this?
am a dark elf, a child of Morrowind who lost her way. Anger and despair almost overwhelmed me, until Nocturnal reached out to comfort me. The Night Mistress filled me with new purpose, and gave me something greater than myself to believe in.
But you're not a high elf, like the other members of the Court of Belgium.
While it's true that the court consists primarily of high elves, who believe their birthright is the key to godhood, I am not so naive. Nocturnal selected me as her earl. She taught me that loyalty is the path to ascension, and my loyalty is strong.
Okay.
Tell the Right Master, it's a spell of retrieval.
Finally, I've re-established my connection to the rune. Tell me what Nocturnal's Earl said to you. I can't believe Nocturnal's Earl interfered like that. We're supposed to be allies. Why would she want to stop me from reading that ancient inscription?
Nocturnal Earl said that the ancient phrase is a spell.
A spell? Interesting. And somehow connected to the Right Master's forgotten hiding place. I wonder why Nocturnal decided to share this information. She isn't usually the most forthcoming of the court's esteemed princes.
Nocturnal's Earl also indicated that you were being informed, that you've been informing the court about their plans.
Right. I told them to interrupt my research before I could unravel an ancient and powerful language. Look, you should come back to Kapora Tower now. The Right Master wants to hear everything my associate shared with you. And frankly, so do I.
I'll return as soon as I can.
I just wish I could have spent a few moments studying that inscription.
Well, seems the rumors are true. Ebon Stadmont truly does twist around you. Perhaps another inscription will help guide us.
Okay. We're here.
Aha! Now let's see. That voice again. Para Ekne. Past pathway? Daedra again? We don't have time for this.
Oh shit. You're not the one dealing with him, are you? I am. Another daedric lieutenant of sorts. You don't stand a chance, you daedric filth.
Follow me. The temple should be just ahead.
Oh, what is this? Dear Artemis Sunborn, if you're reading this, you've finally caught up to me. As I was translating the stone before you, a door opened up. I waited for you, but I can't risk the door closing. Just read the instructions on the stone and you should be able to follow. I think you'll find it easy enough to translate. May the stars be upon you. Don't worry, these bones aren't mine. Alright.
Hurrah, Bonisto, the past revealed.
Okay. Here we go.
There you are. Quickly, up the stairs. Take care of that thing before it takes care of us.
What thing?
Ai,
Oh.
não. Ai, isso é muito
I got it. Hello. Boom.
essa parte. Ai, tem que pegar 4 caixinhas da Guardian List. Mas dá pra fazer junto, né?
By the way, you met the Grey Villagers now they added, didn't you?
What?
You met the Grey Villagers, haven't you?
Yes. Yes.
What do you think of the new crossbow?
It looks nice. I haven't used it yet. I have one in my inventory. I just haven't used it yet.
They're good if you have piercing on it. Don't go any shot for enchantments.
Right.
Because piercing, it goes right through them. Multi-shot, it just shoot 3
I think he's coming
at a time
too.
and it spreads out, so...
Am I in Aetherius? You don't look
It's
like
just
my
piercing where you have more use for
Are you gods?
have with multi-shot.
You're right, right. Mine's enchanted, but I don't know. Dale enchanted it for me, so I don't know what it is. Because I haven't used it. Because I haven't been exploring yet. I've just been building my foundation, my home, and all that. Don't worry, you're alive. Can I ask your name?
We of the House of Reveries have no names, only masks. But you can call me Fletch, because I specialize in the art of the bow, see? Oh, my aching head. How did I end up here? I don't remember a thing.
Do you remember coming to Ebon Stadmont?
Ebon Stadmont? I'm sorry, but I just don't remember. I must have come here with my traveling troupe, though. I wouldn't have left Relenthiel without them. Someone must have ambushed me. A ferocious someone, given my state.
Perhaps it was the Daedra I just defeated.
Daedra? Mara's elbow, that doesn't sound good. Could you help me find my troop leader, Maestro Forte? I need to warn him. He should be somewhere nearby, I think.
All right, let's go. Okay. Seems like this
Forte! Is that you?
Fletch, what's happened? The whole troop is looking for you.
Grand Maestro Forte? Why, I had no idea you were in Ebon Stadmont.
Grand? Oh no, I'm simply Maestro Forte. Hardly worthy of the title Grand yet. It appears you've saved Fletch from the brink of death. It brings to mind the story of Temerian, who of course was saved by the Nereids of... but now is not the time for such tales. Tell me,
What has happened?
Androin saved his life. He can't remember anything, but there was a daedra nearby.
Daedra? I had no idea. Our watch did report some strange creatures prowling about at night, but I've heard of no other attacks. Something must be attracting them here. Did you just come from the temple?
Yes, that's where we found the flitch.
The only thing of note I discovered within the temple is a glowing stone in its main chamber. I've yet to translate the stone's inscription, but it may be attracting daedra to it. I found a similar stone nearby. Can you help me investigate?
I can.
Excellent. Why don't you and your companion head to the stone? Just follow the path north. I'll escort Fletch to our camp and make sure he's seen to. We'll meet back here afterward and share our findings.
Alright, take care.
I know this is strange, but let's get to this stone. Perhaps it can answer some questions.
Sure. Stone.
Lenka, fall away. Future's door.
Did you hear it too?
I did.
That woman's voice. At first, I thought I was imagining it.
No, I definitely heard it too.
Future's door. A House of Reveries
Heard
expedition
what?
I've never heard of. Grand
The
Maestro
stone
Forte
talked to me.
rebuffing his proper title. And the temple room where we found Fletch? It looked the same as the room we first entered, but there wasn't a cobweb or broken pew in sight.
That does all seem strange, but what does it mean?
It means we ventured somewhere we never should have gone. The past. I know it seems far-fetched, but remember that stone we first activated? I thought the inscription referenced an event, but the past was a destination, not an occurrence.
The stone is in the temple sent us to the past.
That's my theory, and I'd rather not explore further to find out. Affecting the past has far-reaching consequences. It makes me wonder what trouble we've already caused. But this stone's inscription indicates it should send us back to the present.
How can you be sure?
I can't be sure, in all honesty, but we have to try. Otherwise, we'll be stuck in the past.
Alright, I'll use this stone and let's go back to the present.
This stone should lead us back to our natural time. All you need to do is keep that destination clearly in your mind. I'll follow right behind you.
Do you know about the Maestro Forte's expedition?
It is quite intriguing. Grand Maestro Forte is the head of Somerset's greatest acting troupe, the House of Reveries. But I've also heard tale that he's a great academic as well, though perhaps I'm more familiar with his work than I thought.
What do you mean?
The research I've been using to help translate the language here came from an expedition that occurred around this time. Perhaps Maestro Forte wrote the very notes that led me here. I'll ask him, but I'd rather not affect the past more than we have.
Do you think we've changed the past already?
Well, Fletch was very close to death, and I recall seeing bones in our present time, right where I found him injured. Most likely he was supposed to die. I'm almost glad I was so ignorant when I healed him. I don't know what I would have done.
What do you mean?
As I said earlier, changing the past has far-reaching consequences. For all I know, healing Fletch could have dire consequences to our present. I would have had to weigh his life against the potential impact of that change. Quite a somber thought.
I see. Do you know why I hear a woman's voice reading these inscriptions?
I've been hearing this voice since I first started translating these inscriptions. It must be some sort of magic, connected to the inscriptions. Perhaps connected to the language itself, come to think of it.
Isn't the language ancient and not very well known?
Oh, it is rather odd for a mysterious language to speak to anyone who reads it. The misdirecting nature of Ebon Stadmont must have kept researchers from studying these inscriptions, that's all. Not to mention the local wildlife.
It just seems rather inconvenient, a voice telling us where to go.
I'm not sure what to tell you. I do know that we have to return to our time, and quickly. This mysterious voice, whatever its motivation, is the only thing helping us do that. We have little choice but to follow it now.
Oh, I guess you're right. All right. Well, let's head on back then.
Who's there? By Xerxes. It's you.
What? What happened?
Years and years, and I never could find you. And here you are. Back where it all began. Looking as if you haven't aged a day. My friend. What happened to you?
I just came through the door just to come back to the original time.
So the stone did send you to the future after all. I had feared the worst. That day I tried to follow after you and return to our original time. But the stone's magic faded, and the doorway closed. Try as I might, I couldn't get it open.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. What did you do?
I was trapped within Ebon Stadmont. For decades, I'd been studying this language and desperately searching for a way out. But my path would always lead me back here. But I did it. I finally found a way to go back. To stop this all from happening.
What do you mean?
I must stop myself from ever going back in time. I've been wasting my life within this cursed forest. The Southern Stone. That's the key to... Wait. What's that? Is that... Fletch?
Where?
Fletch! Ah!
Oh.
I'm sorry, dear, but your role has been...
A temple. You must go through the temple. The Southern Stone. Bane away Tendel. Those are the words. Stop this from happening. Take my diary. It will prove everything.
Oh no. This poor lady. Alright, here we go. Oh, get out of here. Time travel is a bitch, yo. That poor lady got stuck here. Now she's dead. I gotta stop this from happening.
Playing with time is a dangerous game.
It is a very dangerous game, and we weren't aware that we were doing it until it was too late. But she got stuck. So when I came through the portal, it was like 40 years or 50 years or whatever into the future. So she was waiting for me to tell me what happened. Hey, bitch.
It's time for the grand finale of our little production.
You're going down, dude. How dare you kill her? You owe her your life. She saved you when you were supposed to die. There we go.
And thus the play continues. I'll see you soon.
Activate the Southern Stone. Oh, guess I gotta go this way. Yeah, messing with time was a bad idea. Activate it.
Such an effort to escape me. I suppose I have what I need.
You have what you need.
Well, I suppose it's curtain call. You finally figured it out.
Well, and Derwin figured it out, didn't she? But hey, you put all the legwork in. And here you are, just in time to stop our leading lady from ever performing her starring role.
Certain call? Wait, I just killed you after you killed Adowin.
Ah, but did you kill me? Truly? Not even an accomplished healer could bring me back? And yes, I did take part in Derwin's final scene. Or rather, I will. All a matter of perspective there, you see. But she shouldn't have tried to cut the act short.
The act?
And Derwin was the leading lady of our production. It was up to her to uncover the mysteries of Ebon Stadmont, to find the true potential of its hidden power. But she found a way to escape, and in her last breath told you the way back to the start.
Back to the start? Does that mean I'm in the present?
Sadly, yes. And so my part must end as well. I put on quite the performance, though, don't you think? The poor, confused soul, the dastardly villain, the mysterious sage. But I think you have a task to do, don't you? A dying wish to fulfill?
I need to stop Edwin from going into the past.
Yes, our heroine should
I made
be
a
just
vampire
outside,
pig.
if I remember correctly.
Or a vampire pig.
After so many times around, though, I tend to lose track. Well, no need to get into all of that.
Maybe I should leave him there.
I still have questions. Who are you?
I told you the very first time we met. I'm Fletch. I used to be a mere actor, but now I serve a greater force. I've served her for quite a while now, helping to find the true power of Ebon Stadmont. With Derwin's help, of course.
You serve the greater force. What do you mean?
What did Derwin call her? Ah, the Spirit of the Sanctum. An appropriate title as any. She rules over this forest. I think she always has, though I'm not quite sure. She needed the power here, you see. Ebon Stadmont was integral to her plans.
Her plan?
Don't bother asking me. Mostly because I have no idea. I would have died had the spirit not saved me. And it wasn't too bad. A supporting role at best. I'd make sure the loop continued, make sure Derwin kept researching again and again.
Continue the loop? I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I barely understand, and I've lived through it. And it's done now, in any case. You made sure of that. But I think the spirit learned enough. It will have to do.
What did the spirit learn enough about?
The language here, of course. You see, it's all rather tricky. Only mortals are able to use the language. That's what allowed you to travel through time after all. And Derwin was the perfect candidate to uncover its secrets.
So Derwin was trapped in Eberron's study of the language.
Yes. All our heroine needed was the proper motivation. And Derwin was trapped within the forest, unable to get out. Then she would hear a whisper. Guiding, always guiding. And as Derwin used the language, my mistress would be watching.
Okay. So, I guess I got... Alright, I gotta stop her from going through time then. And that will be the end of this. It seems like this lady has actually been going through time for a loop. Like she would continuously do a loop over and over again and had no idea that she was doing it. So me running into her during one of her loop sessions was just a coincidence, I guess. And I broke that loop. All in the course to learning this ancient language. So the Cedric Order is not the only ones. The Daedrics are not the only ones.
There you are. We finally made it to the temple.
Oh, zombies
I
are my
just can't
friends.
Wait to
Awesome.
see what secrets are inside.
This temple is a trap. We need to leave this forest now.
The temple is a trap? What do you mean?
Here, this book should fill you in.
A book? Why, this is my handwriting. I've been trapped within this forest for decades now, Trapped within the past, my face is filled with wrinkles, my heart darkened with regrets. My life was stolen from me.
Something led you to this temple, all in an attempt to trap you here.
Something trying to... My goodness, this is all so hard to wrap my head around.
That book should fill you in on the details, but for now we must leave.
Yes, I agree. You've gone above and beyond protecting me during this expedition. Though the details seem a bit complicated, to think I would have been trapped here, I'd say our contract is concluded. Thank you for all you've done. I suppose I did succeed in this expedition. The notes you've given me are written by my hand after all. Though of course that me won't exist now since you've stopped me and I'm going to stop now. Before my head hurts.
I only knew you were trapped here.
I'm sure these notes will give me more details. The best thing to do now is share our findings with the Mages Guild. Let them know how dangerous this forest truly is. As for me, I'll join back up with Tellinger.
Are you upset to be going back with Tellinger?
You know, it may be silly, but I suppose I came here to step out of his shadow.
Ow.
If I could be the one to crack Ebon Stadmont, well, perhaps that would be enough. And then I was trapped in the past to serve a mysterious being. Oh, I would have been.
Oh, I could see where that would kind of put you off.
Tellinger is the one who makes brash decisions and puts us all in danger, and I'm the one who helps fix it. Yet as soon as I lead, I find myself in the same position as him. For now, I'd rather clean up his messes rather than make my own.
It's a good call, lady. It's a good call. So, now that we are, essentially back.
Well, it is a lovely view, once you put aside all the strangeness.
Oriandra, you should have consulted me beforehand.
She saw an opportunity and she took it, Ichesis.
Silence, Leythen. Need I put you in chains to remind you of your status here?
I'm sorry, Right Master. We should have asked permission. It won't happen again.
Well, that's a really cool outfit. That's really cool. I like that.
This escapade of yours could have been disastrous. What were you and Oriandra thinking, trusting Leythen to help us translate the ancient language? Now nothing you discovered can be trusted. We're back to square one.
Nocturnal's Earl said the words you remember are a spell that will reveal the heart's location.
I observed what I could through Leythen's connection, but it seems to me that the Court of Bedlam is just trying to confuse us. What do you think? Should we trust Nocturnal's Earl or not?
We need to be cautious. I wouldn't take everything the Court of Belgium tells us at face value. They want you to find the heart of transcendent law. I think the Earl told me the truth.
Then we're no better off than we were. Except now we have the Golden Knight. Let's proceed and hope for the best. Perhaps I'll remember more after we use the portal. Go outside and retrieve Darien, then meet me in the Dreaming Cave.
I'll go get Darien.
No matter whether Nocturnal's Earl spoke truth or lies, we need to recover the heart of transparent law. I'm sure I hid it somewhere beyond the Deadric Barrier. Was there anything else before you go and check on Darien?
Do you remember anything else about the supposed spell?
I remember I tried to resist the sea slote's compulsion and was able to maintain a sliver of control. But as for a revelation spell, where would I acquire something in such an obscure language? And whose voice do I hear echoing in my mind?
You don't remember anything else?
I remember using what control I still possessed to foil Katora's plans. I recall forging a bargain with someone I have no memory of. I remember that it was the only way to assure the heart's safety.
Maybe we should leave the heart of transparent law hidden away.
That, my friend, would be a mistake. Somerset's ancient defenses have withered since the transparent law crystal was broken and the heart removed. Every moment the crystal tower remains incomplete, another protection falls away.
But what if this is all just an elaborate trap to get you to reveal the hidden place?
I'm sure that it is. But in that certainty, we gain an advantage. You'll be at my side when we locate the heart, and you'll be there to help me defend it from the court of Bedlam and their princess.
I don't know if I can take on a prince, but sure enough, I'll try.
Leythen, do you have a moment? A friend of mine, she's run off, and I fear the worst.
Who's your friend?
Leythen Grakog. We're not friends exactly. More like colleagues. Well, perhaps we are friends. I'm not sure. She doesn't make it easy. Anyway, none of that matters. What matters is that she's put herself in harm's way, again.
What kind of trouble?
Please don't tell anyone, but I think she stole a seeing stone called the Eye of Remembrance and took it to Traitor's Vaults. I told her to put it back. The Relic Master will be furious. I thought she'd seen reason, but when she missed breakfast...
Alright, I'll look into the Daedric Vault.
Oh, there you are. The Relic Master has been looking all over for you.
The Relic Master's looking for me? Why?
You know, I didn't think to ask. Maybe it has to do with the missing relics. Yes, that sounds about right.
Relics have gone missing from Artanium?
Well, yes. But the Relic Master didn't seem too upset by the whole ordeal. He probably already saw how we were going to get them back. Maybe you have something to do with that? Just go ahead into the college ruins over there. You can't miss him.
Alright, I'll go speak with the Relic Master.
What? Oh, thank Malakath. I thought you were the Relic Master. I'm not sure what brings you down here, but you couldn't have come at a better time. As you can see, I'm a little... impaired.
Conceal sent me to find you. What are you doing in this vault?
Exploring. Our betters don't like to talk about it. When they do, they call it Traitor's Vault. According to my research, it used to serve as a retreat for the Order's most talented pupils. But then, without warning, the Right Master barred it shut.
Why doesn't he want people to enter this place?
Good question. I found this memory stone in the Grand Reliquary. It's called the Eye of Remembrance. Using it near the library pedestals here might show us why these ruins were sealed. You look stronger than most. How about you lend me a hand?
Alright, if it will keep you out of harm's way, what do you need me to do?
What luck! To find a fellow troublemaker on this stiff-necked isle. There should be pedestals scattered throughout the ruin that will cause the eye to activate. I'll contact you through oral projection to walk you through it.
Who are you, anyways?
Ulaseta, formerly of Clan Cog. The Kajics want you to renounce those old affiliations, you see. Don't want that sort of thing to interfere with your dedication to the old ways.
How long have you been here?
Something like 350 years, give or take a decade. I know what you're thinking. She looks sprightly for her age, right? Long life comes with the robes. The Kajics don't think you can learn much of anything in a normal orc lifetime.
You talk about the Order like you're not part of it.
Semantics. I'm still an apprentice, you see. I should have earned my gray cloak a century ago, but I'm too much of a gadfly. Rubs our masters the wrong way. I'm what they call an admina, a poor listener. The fact is, I listen better than most.
You said there was an undead here?
Yes, a whole heap of them. Skeletons mostly. I tried to banish them, but my mastery of restoration falls way short of adequate.
Why haven't the Daedric cleared them out?
Your guess is as good as mine. Like I said, the Right Master locked everyone out shortly after we went into seclusion. Might have something to do with the Worm King.
The Worm King?
Manamarco. Right Master Ikesis threw him out just before the island disappeared. From what I hear, he caused quite an uproar on the mainland.
What makes this Eye of Remembrance so special?
Other than the fancy name, I'm not exactly sure. If you look closely, you'll see it's covered in Aldmeric runes. I tried to translate them, but most of them are time-worn and illegible. The only words I can decipher are travel and memory.
Do you even know how it works?
Of course. I wouldn't have risked the Kajic's wrath on a hunch. Apparently, the students who studied here use the eye extensively, With any luck, some of the channeling pedestals will still work. Guess we'll just have to see.
Okay. So then I guess we're going into Trader's Vault. Not exactly how I planned on this, doing my day here. I'm trying to save the universe and stuff. I'm Daedric Wars and reshaping. But I guess I can take a little side moment to help you out here. I guess.
Just look at this place. How in Cerebane's name did you get the right master to unlock it for you?
He rightly acknowledged our superior skill. It's only natural that he'd let us work here.
Well, it's quite a privilege.
Privilege? It's all right, Vanus. You mustn't be so humble all the time.
Not this again. Come, let's explore further.
Secluded? Cavernous? Yes, this will be perfect for my research.
Eu vou sair aqui que é pra fazer o negócio
That was Manimarco, and Bonus Galarian, the leader of the Mages Guild. Can you believe this? It must be Manimarco's laboratory.
Maybe that's why they shut it down.
What have you done? This is just repugnant.
Oh, Vanus. I would have thought you less judgmental. It's just a bit of puppetry. Nothing but arcane lift and spirit handling.
That was a living thing, Manimarco. You're edging close to a dangerous line. Too close.
You sound like the right master. The only lines are those you draw in your mind.
I'm not going to... Please. Just find a new avenue of research, all right?
Necromancy.
Oh, Vanus, you fool. You will never understand true power.
Next.
This is what happened to our classmates? What is wrong with you?
Wrong? Honestly, grow up, Vanus. There is no right and wrong. Only power and weakness.
You've made me for a fool. I can't believe I didn't see the rot infesting your soul. You will answer for this eventually. I swear it.
And you, my friend, will answer for your short-sightedness when I eclipse you in every way.
I always thought Manimarco was confused, misguided. Seems he knew exactly what he was doing.
You obviously don't know Manimarco.
Tattled, didn't you? You're a greater fool than I thought.
You tainted the Thapora Tower. You're worse than a murderer.
Pathetic. Do you expect Ichesis to bind me here? No, you'll simply banish me from the island.
That won't be enough. You're a beast, Manimarco. A beast that needs to be caged.
Of course you're right. And once I reach the mainland, I'll show the world just how right you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a ritual to complete. Now, to my masterwork. If Ichesis does not see the genius of my work, he can rot with the rest of them.
To the sealed hall.
So these are the events that led to Manamarco's exile. Let's keep exploring.
Thank you. Sorry, bud. You're not gonna take me down.
Well, I didn't expect that. Meet me outside. We have a lot to talk about. Welcome back, partner. By Malakath, what a discovery! We learned about the history of the Vault, the Worm King's relationship with Vanus Galarian, and you even destroyed one of Manamarco's vile experiments. Not bad for a day's work.
We may have meddled with something very dangerous.
Don't turn on me now. The Eye gave us glimpses of Manamarco's work. With time, we might be able to learn more about his process. Know your enemy, right? I hope I can count on you to keep this a secret. Here's a little something for the effort.
Thank you.
Let's do this again sometime, huh?
No,
sure.
You will not be doing anything like this ever again, Uliseta.
Spying on us, huh? Well, I'm sick of you cowards hiding knowledge away and then punishing us for discovering it.
If not for Admana, like you, we wouldn't have to hide things like the eye you stole. Come, Uliseta. Your punishment awaits.
Good. I'm anxious to tell you all exactly what I think of you.
Alright, and then onward.
Oh, was it today that you would arrive? Well, certainly seems like it. Welcome, welcome. I expected you would come, though perhaps not quite so soon. You're here about the missing relics, of course.
Edwin said you wanted to talk to me.
Well, yes. Why wouldn't I want to talk to you? I've been waiting for your arrival. You see, this happens to be the Vault of Moawita, where the Kajic Order keeps its most cursed relics. It's a tad bit emptier than usual, though. We've had a break-in.
So someone stole the relics?
Exactly so. And you'll be the one to help us collect them again. Hopefully before anyone comes to harm. Why, these items could cause all sorts of mischief. First, though, let's have you read the Kajic Codex. That should help bring you up to speed.
If you know the location, why do you need my help?
The Kajic Order doesn't interfere with much outside of Artemis, I'm afraid, and the relics have already found their way to Somerset. The items are hidden, of course, but the Codex should point you in the right direction.
Why should the thief hide the relics?
I believe they're called dead drops, a location where one may place an item for another to pick up without raising suspicion. Our thief has hidden all of the relics for that express purpose. Of course, you'll be the one to pick them up now.
Alright, I'll read the book. Alright. Okay. Book read. Okay. What is this? Okay, great. Okay.
All ready to head out then on your big adventure?
Yeah, I've copied the book through the phrases. Was a bit strange.
Ah, sorry about that. Location magic isn't always what one would call precise. I can tell you that all these locations are somewhere within Somerset. That should hopefully narrow your
Is there anything
search.
else you can tell me about the relic?
Well, they're certainly dangerous. I wouldn't suggest touching any of them directly. Their side effects vary, but none are very pleasant, to say the least. Misery, insanity, Incessant lute playing, that sort of thing?
Incessant lute playing?
It's much worse than it sounds, trust me. If you're still curious, I've collected research about each relic. Just read the scrolls placed before their display case. That should give you a good idea.
So I should
about
just
their
put the relic
abilities.
back in the display case.
Exactly. You'll just need to find the properly labeled display case in the Vault of Meridia and place the relic within it. That should help safely bind its curse. Well, it looks like you're all set. And here's a little something for your trouble.
Okay.
Now that you're all set for the journey, feel free to ask me any questions you'd like. I've never been one to ignore a healthy curiosity.
I'd like to know more about the position of the Kajic Order.
Oh, most certainly. The Relic Master of the Kajic Order, which has been me for quite some time, is in charge of collecting, researching, and maintaining relics of interest to the Order. Each of these relics tend to stand out in some way.
Stand out?
Generally, they're items too powerful for the Order to allow their misuse. Other times, they're just mysterious and in need of research. Naturally, those are my favorite. Each relic is, of course, sealed and carefully maintained as a precaution.
A precaution against what?
Why, all sorts of things. I can't even begin to list the effects our relics might have on the balance of Nirn, should their power go unchecked. Not that we'd even let that happen, of course. They're carefully locked away expressly for that reason.
But someone was able to break in, weren't they?
Ah, you're able to get right to the heart of the matter, aren't you? The most aggravating part is, well, we saw it coming. Our Order sees most important things in a fashion. Sadly, in this case, we were powerless to stop it.
Do you know how the thief got to the vault?
I'm afraid not. Whenever we try to envision the occurrence, or even who the thief is, all we see are shadows. The work of a dark magic, most certainly. I'd have been far more worried if I hadn't already known of your timely intervention.
Aren't you worried they might break in again?
Those who employ such dark magic, well, they don't tend to maintain control for very long. Power always has its price, and I suspect our little thief will have quite a hefty payment. For now, I'll go about my duties as I always have.
Okay.
Your wounds, they're just gone.
I've always healed fast, Val. I can call you Val, right? Give me a moment. I'd like to chat with our friend.
Of course. Then go to the Dreaming Cave. The Rite Master's ready to begin.
Não, é só 3.
Thank you, Val. So, Darian.
I wanted to thank you again for getting me out of Mephala's realm. It wasn't anything like I originally imagined. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that I was able to repair the Dawnbreaker. The sword's power should allow us to breach the barrier.
Looks like you're finally recovered.
No thanks to the Kajic healers. I thought they were going to slice me open to try to figure out what makes me... well, me. I'm glad you stopped by, though. I wanted to talk to you. In private.
What did you want to talk about?
This might sound like a strange question. In fact, depending on how you answer it, it is a strange question. Do you remember me? I'm not talking about here in Somerset. I mean, from someplace else.
Of course I remember you. You've been through a lot. We've been through a lot together.
Oh, that's a relief. Meridia tried to tell me that time worked differently in Oblivion. I got kind of bored halfway through. She said something about ebbs and flows. I'm just glad to be out of the colored rooms now.
When were you in Malika's realm?
Wait, I haven't made my heroic sacrifice yet? Everyone's not really sad that I'm gone? But that was the best part! You know what? Never mind. Just hear me out. Meridia sent me here to find you, to help you stop the Triad of Daedric princes.
So how do we stop the Daedric princes?
To be honest, she never got around to telling me that. And I haven't been able to contact her, which has me a little concerned. I remember she mentioned that I was a vessel, but who knows what that could mean. I guess we breached that barrier.
Let's go get the heart back.
Fixing the Dawnbreaker was surprisingly easy, by the way, especially considering that I'd never repaired a daedric artifact before.
Before we go to the Dreaming Cave, can I ask you a few questions?
Questions? Not like a test or anything, though, right? Tests give me a rash.
Deus, ou vocês ficar em pé?
But sure, yeah, what would you like to know?
You're not Braden, are you?
I wish I knew the answer to that. I remember my father well enough. He was a Breton, but I never met my mother. In fact, now that I think about it, my entire childhood is kind of a blur. I never questioned that. Not really sure why.
Did Meridia tell you anything?
Meridia only ever told me I was her vessel. I can't say I remember volunteering for that job, though. I have her magic inside me. I've had it all my life. I can feel it. But why? I have so many questions.
Such as?
Who I am, what I am, why the amazing good looks and roguish charm if I'm just here to stomp on Meridia's enemies. I mean, I guess if I was a prince, I'd want a dashing champion, so I can't blame her for that.
Alright. Well, I think it's time we get going.
Wait! Don't start without me!
Ai, tô botando uns links aqui de dano porque tá...
I really like your armor.
We're as prepared as we can be without knowing exactly where this pathway leads. I've even set wards that will help protect me from the Daedric princes. Remember, though, our primary goal is to recover the Heart of Transparent Law.
How do we activate the portal?
The Golden Knight must wield the reforged Dawnbreaker to breach the barrier. Then we simply step through the portal and see where it takes us.
Alright, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Sir Darian, deal with this barrier, if you please.
My pleasure.
The way is open. Let's go.
Okay.
Bolinho de feijão. Gostei do nick.
I'll be all right, Valcerin. Manipulating the Dreaming Cave always exhausts me.
We'll take it slow. Let the others clear the path for us.
I expected the pathway to lead to some obscure corner of oblivion. But this is Nocturnal's realm. I wish I could remember what compelled me to hide the heart here.
You hid the Heart of Transparent Law in Nocturnal's realm.
The heart is here. I'm positive. Now that I think about it, this location has a familiar feel. I've been here before. I just need to remember where I placed the stolen crystal.
But you said you asked for help. And you couldn't remember who. Maybe it was her. Or even him. Maybe you asked for help from a different Daedric prince. But how do we find the heart?
Take Darian and scout the path ahead. Look for any signs that might indicate where I hid the heart. Valcerin will assist me and we'll follow behind you. As much as it pains me to admit, my many years are finally catching up with me.
Darian and I will scout ahead.
Be prepared for anything.
The featherless one walks the path once more. But where is the pretty crystal he carried last time?
Did that bird just talk? You heard that, right?
Pay the crows no mind. They're nothing but an annoyance.
Very well.
The crows serve as Nocturnal's eyes. She watches us through these annoying little creatures. There's nothing to do about it except to keep moving forward until we find the hiding place.
What did the crows mean by featherless one walks the path once more?
I remember carrying the Heart of Transparent Law along this path and up toward the mountain above. I remember Nocturnal's creatures moved aside to let me pass. Obviously, they aren't as accommodating as last time I was here.
Should we keep going?
I don't see any alternative, do you? Perhaps more memories from when I was last here will return as we Continue along the path. Clear the way ahead, if you please.
Absolutely. And by that, I mean find the best way around without needing to fight everything I see. Okay.
The featherless one couldn't resist the sea sload, not on his own.
What nonsense is this?
He doesn't remember. So desperate he was, he leaped at our mistress's offer.
Speak plainly, crows. Come back here.
Ichesis, calm down.
Crows.
Their words mean
Their
nothing.
words stir the echoes in my mind.
Stranger and stranger.
They do. So did you accept the offer from Nocturnal?
I remember fighting the sea sloat's compulsion with every fiber of my being. And I was losing. I remember searching for something, anything, to keep me from giving Keturah the heart.
Do you remember anything else?
I remember Nocturnal appearing before me, offering to help me hide the heart away in a place that no one would ever find it. Then, let's keep going. Clear the path ahead while I try to recall the rest of the memory.
Okay. The guy I'm with, he's a knight. He does this really powerful attack with remember the Dawnbreaker in Skyrim in the expansion, the vampire expansion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's using. So I'm getting to see the sword back in its, I guess, its prime days, and it actually belonged to the avatar of one of the goddesses. She gave this dude her power, one of the Daedric princes. Gave this Braden her power, and he wields his sword, something that she created.
Be ready for anything.
Alrighty.
Yeah, no, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to get some background lore on something that we know from one of the other games too. Bud, I tried to find potato chips for you, but they weren't there.
Jesus, what are you saying?
They're sold out, bud.
I'm saying I remember taking the heart through that portal.
Yeah, bud.
With every step along this path,
raspberry ice
cream.
There's ramen noodles and stuff down
This
there too.
portal, it leads to where I had my fateful meeting with Nocturnal, where she offered to aid me in my struggle against the sea slow Keturah.
Yeah, bud. Well, go get some rest, bud. Go get some rest. What kind of aid did you offer her?
Nocturnal offered me a spell that would hide the heart from everyone.
Oh, Elder Scrolls.
The sea slowed. Nocturnal, even from me.
On the Xbox?
As soon as I hid it away.
What does he play it on?
My memory of even possessing the crystal faded like a distant dream.
Oh, ew.
I found diamonds.
He shouldn't have done that. He should have stayed on the Xbox. The Xbox is way better than the PS. It is. PS is trash. PS is only good for their exclusive games. That's it. Just the exclusive games. All the other games, they play better on the Xbox. The graphics are better. Everything. You know, whatever, though. So the heart is on the other side of this portal?
I assume so. Some of the details still elude me. I remember entering the portal with the heart, then returning here without it in my hands. Since I cast the spell with those ancient words, only I can use it again to unseal the hiding place.
What about Nocturnal?
My preparations included numerous wards of protection. They should allow me to resist even the magic of a Daedric prince, at least for a short amount of time.
So I downloaded a mod to make me out
ancient
become a vampire.
Head for that, and we'll meet you there.
In what?
Minecraft.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I used to have a werewolf one too. then
There's a werewolf one?
Yeah, there used to be. I don't know if it still is, but and if you got attacked by a wolf with red eyes, you'd become a Leythen, and then on the at night, like I guess it's like a week out of a month or whatever, you became a werewolf, and you could turn other people if you chose to. Then open the portal and let me find someone. There was also a vampire one because I would you could turn into a bat and fly around.
Yeah, I think
Step
that's
cautiously.
one I'm currently playing.
I remember very little about what lies.
It's pretty
on the
cool,
other
actually.
side of
I
this
enjoy it.
Yeah, it was cool. Alright, and
I noticed that, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but skeletons are attacking me.
Uh-huh.
And I thought since skeletons are undead, they'd be my friend.
No, probably not.
But zombies are. Zombies completely annoy me.
Oh, that's good.
It's just skeletons. I can understand creepers because creepers are just assholes, but where's a horse or an animal I could feed upon?
Recite the words of power!
Oh, there's a sheep.
Recite the words of power!
That's an annoying. Oh, look at the stars. Anyways,
I remember the words, but I don't know exactly what they mean. Once I begin the spell, be ready for anything.
I'm ready. Cast the spell, reveal where the heart is hidden.
My friends, the heart of transparent law will soon be back in our hands. Heart, reveal yourself. Ganoro Berin.
Your chest, it's glowing.
Ijavil. Of course. I put the heart inside myself. It was the perfect hiding place.
Oh,
Look,
Jesus.
Nephala. The mortal hid the heart inside his own body. How clever.
Uh-oh. Nephala and Clavicus Vile. This could be bad.
Oh,
But
jeez.
why did Nocturnal keep this from us? No matter. I'll take the crystal now, right, Master?
My wards shall protect me.
Oh, they're playing tug of war.
Impressive for a mortal. But the wards won't hold long against
What?
I'll use the sword's power.
The Daedric princes are fighting for this dude.
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command.
Stop struggling, mortal. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power.
Okay, excellent.
Fight, cases. Just
Fucking vampire hunters. I hate their campsites.
Damn. I'm fighting the
Dawnbreaker is
Daedric
ready. Just give the
army
command.
peoples.
That's good for you. I'm trying to find a good spot to build a base.
Command me and I'll use the sword.
It's finding it quite difficult.
There we go.
Você tá matando uma mulher.
Where do all these Daedric keep coming from?
Probably from Oblivion.
Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power. Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command.
Release it.
Hold still, mortal, and I'll make this quick.
Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power.
Down.
Command me and I'll use the
Activate it.
sword's power.
Val, promise me you'll lead them.
Don't even say it, Ikesis. Just keep fighting.
Tell me when to unleash
Release it.
Dawnbreaker's power.
Stop telling me to tell you when to release it. You're a knight.
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command. Tearing me apart!
Mephala, stop that! I've got him! Wait, what's the...
Nocturnal! How dare you interfere? Get out of my realm, princess. You are no longer welcome. The heart belongs to me. We made a deal, didn't we, mortal?
Ikesis?
I did what I had to. I hid the heart, even from you. The only way to retrieve it is to kill me.
Very well. I accept those terms.
No!
Oh.
We need to go, now!
Oh, crap.
Command me and I'll use the
Use
sword's
it.
power.
Got it.
Right, Master.
She
Damn it.
killed him.
Hang on. I'll get us out of here.
Dawnbreaker will protect us. I hope.
But what about the
Meridia's
heart?
Vessel. You have no power here.
I'll show you power, you monster!
The Sword of Light. I'll take that.
My sword! I just fixed that!
The heart is mine, and soon the Crystal Tower will belong to me. I no longer need Mephala or Vile.
Hold on. I'm getting us out of here.
But the heart. They killed the right master. Alright guys, and stand by as we will be returning with the conclusion of this episode. See you soon.